licensing in China?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great. Hi, everyone. This is Zhen Fei. I'm based in Beijing. I'm the China country head of Georgia Clinical, and we also set up a joint venture with Lincoln Health. The joint venture name is Lincoln Georgia Clinical. I'm also take the role of general manager of this joint venture. I already work in CRO, clinical trial area in over 50 years. So this is my agenda today, and I will introduce China regulatory reform for the IND especially, and overall China trial startup timeline, and some frequent asked questions in the IND stage, and also introduce some licensing partnership, and also introduce ourselves, our business. From 6 years ago, China government already start regulatory reform. So we joined China, joined ICH in 2017, and now we are following ICH GCP. So our guidelines are applied in China. So and the IND review, IND is also clinical trial approval review is 60 working days, is around 3 months, so very quick than 10 years ago. And we also can start leading site ECS committee review in parallel when a CDE reviews IND. China also have the accelerate approval pathway for the certain product. We also apply MH system. And China, for some rare disease, we already have a list there. So if your product can meet in the rare disease list, then you can get some a waiver of the study. We also have a urgent need to oversee drugs if some drugs already get approved in US or other countries. But these drugs really urgent needs in China. The trial can also apply for waiver. Clinical trial in China, I can get conditional approval, and you can do the post-marketing trial instead. Here is the authority of China. So its name is NMPA. The previous name is CFDA. Now they changed to NMPA. For the drug, the reviewer is from CDE. For the medical device, is CMDE, two department. Yeah, for the authority regulatory submission, especially for IND for clinical trial. First, for some global studies, the protocol is very standard. So usually sponsor will not apply for pre-IND meeting, but these are optionally. If you do have a question about the protocol design, you can apply for the pre-IND meeting or consult with CDE via this channel. And because in China IND submission, all needs Chinese translation. So usually our whole package, translation will take 2 or 3 months. And in IND, China will start request for eCTD format. So from this year, but for INDs, it's not required for CTD, eCTD. Okay, for the drug import license for clinical trial use usually can be get imported license within 1 week after IND approval. For some global studies, if you want to export blood sample to central lab outside of China, you also need to go through a HGRA office to approve, Human Genetic Resource Administration to approve. So usually we suggest if we suggest you can find a China central lab locally, that will be avoid the sample export, because there will be some risk there if HGRA reject that request. Okay, here is the startup timeline in China. So usually we need translate all the documents in Chinese Usually take 2 or 3 months, depending on the volume of documents. Then after the IND submission, it will take 1 week for the format check. Then we can start leading site, EC and the submission in parallel review. And the other site can follow leading site EC approval to go through their local EC approval and the site contract negotiation and the HGRA approval for all foreign company clinical trial. So totally from IND submission to first site initiation and first patient in China, 6.5 months, including 3 months in IND approval, review and approval, and 3 months in site level, HGRA and site contract. Okay, here is some advantage to run trial in China or involve China in global phase 2 or phase 3 study. First is we have a big patient pool. So China have 1.5 billion population. Usually our recruitment speed is twice of US or other countries. And currently COVID-19 is well controlled now, and the patient visit to hospital and for trial progression have no any impact now. And the cost, the per patient cost usually is 60 to 70% of US cost is still attractive, and recruitment also very quick. Even China slightly slow in the startup phase, but we still can catch up in the enrollment period. In China, we have already over 1,000 qualified sites. So our site in China are public hospital, not private clinical. This is different with US or Australia or other countries. And usually each site is very big. They have over 20 or 50 investigators can do the trials in different departments. In China, we have all required vendors, including CRO, CMO, central lab, supply chain, central image. All the vendors can be found locally in China. Yeah, this is a licensing and partnership. So we can see most of the standard classic China biotech, they usually have one or two their own product developed by themselves, and other product will need a license in to expand their pipeline. Before, so that will be IPO. We'll see. You must have a very good pipeline, and some biotech also just focus on the licensing model. They don't develop by themselves, such as some big biotech such as Zlab or Everest, all their pipelines from licensing of the China right or APAC right from outside. Some China local biotech or biopharma, they also have their own developed product. It's also very good. They also, so last 2 years, 3 years, they also have some success case to license out to some big pharma outside for the right of the outside of China. Some biotech, they also set up very good partnership with CRO, CMO, or some local biotech. Okay. Okay, a little time to introduce our service. Link George, we can provide 3 function service. First is BD. We help to connect the China biotech and outside China, foreign biotech. We can help you do the license in, license out, due diligence, term sheet negotiation, and FA service. We also can also help client to do the IND and NDA submission. And we are also a clinical CRO. We can do all phase 1, phase 4 study. We also have a KOL network, can do all countries feasibility. Here is a two deal case we completed in last year. One is for for a lot a stem cell. We licensing from Bone Therapeutics, and we licensing APAC, right? For China, right, it's belong to Pregin, China local pharma, local biotech, and Linger Health will take the East North Asia, right? And another one is we outsource. We licensing from Australia biotech, Bowen Material. Yeah, here's our CRO service. We are a global CRO. Australia is our hunter, and we also have office in US, Europe, and Netherlands, and some APAC countries. We have 20 years history. Now we have 350 people in globally. This is our award this year. So we are listed in the best CRO, a company with other big CRO. Here is our global office location, headcount with Australia. I'm based in China, Beijing. We also have a Europe office in Amsterdam. Yeah, that's all from my side. So if any questions, I can answer.